What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with a Tuesday NBA 2-game edition of NBA Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. That way you become a prize whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Sorry about Monday. I didn't have any NBA plays. There was one game. Every number looked pretty darn efficient. I'm not going to go on a video and just lean the crap out of stuff, but we got two games here, and it's the NBA Cup for Tuesday. That's good enough here to throw a video out. We got producer Jordan Klein behind the video glass one more time here for the people. He's waving virtually. Yep, doing all the nice things. No, he's not listening to me at all. He's watching football. But 50% off using code Lindy50. Would very much appreciate that. If you guys wanted to join, come hang out, get all of my bets, updated plays, everything day of. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But NBA Cup time. Everybody's excited. You're excited. I'm excited. We've got some leans. We've got some likes. We have no locks on this card because I'm not going to force it just because it's a two-gamer. And these numbers have been up all the live long day. So without further ado, producer Jordan, let's get to the picks. In what will probably be the fastest video, we get so many people, oh, Eric's just out there talking the whole time. Well, yeah, it's my job to talk about sports and give you bets, and generally want to give you my rationale for stuff. But Orlando, 7.5 points that they are getting here against Milwaukee. And it's really hard to talk about anything that has to do with this Magic team. And why is that? Because there's no Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Who are Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner? They're two best players. So we haven't seen a lot of minutes here without Franz Wagner. We did see last time out, Jalen Suggs got all of the usage right from the get-go. 26 points for him there in that spot. I think that's what we get going forward. Although Wendell Carter weirdly just played 21 minutes. That's somebody that I definitely have docketed as a one good performer when out on the floor without the absence of other shooters. That's kind of what you're getting. Caleb Houston now in this rotation. Mo Wagner, Anthony Black, Jet Howard, none of them looking for their own shots by any means. I guess Cole Anthony surely is, and he played 29 minutes. So maybe Cole Anthony ends up being kind of that spark plug that they're looking for. They're paying him $14 million a year to just sit on the bench. So about time they dusted him off, I suppose. But going up against Milwaukee here in this spot, it's the much better basketball team, and all the numbers kind of reflect that. Although I'm not a big fan of Doc Rivers and company, I'm a big fan of Giannis Antetokounmpo, Damian Lillard a little bit, although defensively, we know he can lack from time to time. He's got the tougher spot going up against Jalen Suggs, who is a very noted defender, but I still don't see how this number is efficient at 213.5. I have it at 216, but is that enough to make it a play? You can kind of make up the decision. I didn't go lean like even for it because I think both of these are kind of leans. Brought up the Jalen Suggs piece. I do think going forward, because without Franz Wagner, without Paolo Banchero on the floor, he's led this team over the course of the last calendar year in terms of the usage. We're going to see that usage start to fall into like the 25, 26% range on the low end, I think, with both of them out. We'll see going forward, but not enough to make that a play considering his open prop number is at 18.5. It's been bet into place pretty early here. It looks like went from 17.5 to 18.5. By the time you're listening to this, I don't think there's a lot to mine out of this entire game. But if you're looking for anything over 213.5, I think is ever so close to being a play. And then Jalen Suggs, 20 plus points. Let's talk the Discord, shall we? You guys want to get all of my updated plays? Hey, maybe something shows up in Orlando, Milwaukee. I know Thursday Night Football will be coming here shortly. I'm sure I'll have all the time in all the land with very limited NBA until Friday to go through in the ins and outs of that. But for the NBA Cup here on Tuesday, these quarterfinal matchups, if you will, looking forward to Lindy50. You can jump into the Discord, get all of my updated plays immediately whenever they come out, talking process. Today, there was a lot of conversation about, hey, what's arbitrage betting? Hey, Eric, what do you think about this prop and that prop? And I'll talk you through it. I'll show you my projections. Happy to be sharing everything with you. Lindy50 gets it all done at the link below. Would love to see you there. Alrighty, y'all, without further ado, to the last game of the night. Let's get to some actual plays, shall we? Our main event, without a doubt, on Tuesday, Dallas, 4.5 points they're getting up against OKC. And I'm a little bit surprised to see this number. Now, OKC, overall, I think we can all agree, looks ridiculously dangerous, especially when you think about the fact that their second best player is currently out, Chet Holmgren. This is going to be a fully operational Death Star in no time, but I don't think the numbers are very efficient on Isaiah Hartenstein specifically in this spot. Now, just to cover the Dallas side, PJ Washington is a big piece. He is questionable entering this game. However, it's an illness. I think he should be good. It feels as though it's a Q tag thrown out there just to kind of protect themselves. Obviously, the NBA has clamped down in the post-Joel Embiid injury management situations. Like, they very much want you to be forthright about that injury report. But PJ Washington, assuming that he ends up playing here, and Najee Marshall also questionable, yeah, they could be really, really low down in terms of the 4 and go small ball. But this is kind of the perfect team to be doing that against in the first place. I mean, you've got Isaiah Hartenstein, who plays a boatload of minutes, but then Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe off the bench, Alex Caruso, who I think in these kind of competitive spots where it's playoff-esque, Alex Caruso minutes could definitely take a spike up, because if you know, the guy can play some serious defense, and that matters in winning basketball. However, the Dallas side is definitely a little bit inflated for my liking here at plus 4.5. And with Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford, I do think you get pure center minutes from the OKC side, more so than getting a lot of the small ball lineups from them in particular. Now, again, Dallas won't have a choice but to roll out those double center lineups because they'll be so shorthanded. They'll want to have most of their normal guys out there. I did have to project a couple of minutes for Olivier Maxence Prosper just in the event that both of them are out. But I think we should be good here. And Quentin Grimes in those small ball lineups where you maybe push a Clay to the 4, which sounds insane. Again, this is the team you could do that against, where Jalen Williams plays some minutes at the 5. They go to Kenrich Williams at the 5. Like, this seems like a spot Dallas should be okay. And as such, I'll take the Luka and Kyrie side in a matchup that doesn't have Chet Holmgren. And yes, Isaiah Hartenstein, I'm a big fan of. He's the defensive piece that OKC's been looking for, the big rebounding piece. Even in sub 30 minutes, seeing 12 and 16 rebounds here in his last 2. But I expect those minutes to come up. There were some extreme blowouts in recent games for OKC because they're very, very good at basketball. And as such, 25.5. The average is 29 on the season. This is a tough Dallas spot, but 230.5 total. And in an NBA Cup matchup, I expect Alex Caruso, Isaiah Hartenstein, for more of that defense to be on the floor. And as such, 25.5. I've got him closer to 28.5. That's going to be a play for a half unit as well. So Mavericks, I like that side of it. Please God, PJ Washington and Najee Marshall play some basketball on Tuesday. And that does it for another edition of NBA Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to the comment section below. Let me know what you think of the NBA scheduling this week. Just twiddling my thumbs, just waiting for a full slate on Friday. But until then, whenever we get 2 games or more, I'm going to give you content. And obviously in the NFL, we do those single game things. I know we'll get single game coming for NBA coming up a little bit later on. What? In May or August? Well, not August. That's impossible. May or June. I don't know dates. That's what I'm learning here. But NBA Cup, I know we'll do the championship for sure. We'll cover that. But producer Jordan Klein, he's ready to rock. I'm ready to roll. Until next time, friends, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NBA streets on Tuesday.